Hello, my lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, welcome. I'm really happy to have you. For those of you who've been here with me, welcome back. It's always a pleasure to be here and hang out with every single one of you. So in 2025, we are doing something completely different. Instead of New Year's resolution, we are going to be setting up growth plans. So what exactly is a growth plan, you may ask? Stay tuned and we are going to be digging right into it. Thank you guys so much for joining me on another video. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Nandy, and on this channel I share everything finance, business, and career. This channel is for my girlies who love their 9-to-5, but they learned how to leverage that 9-to-5 to build their side business. I take you through my personal journey of how I myself am leveraging my 9-to-5 job to build my real estate business, my online business, and to really set myself up for long-term financial success. If you're interested in that kind of stuff, stick around because 2025 is about to be a hot year. So let's go ahead and talk about exactly what a growth plan is and how I'm going to be using it to set myself up for success in 2025. So here is my growth plan for 2025. The way this growth plan was created was through a lot of introspection, a lot of me really thinking through the vision of what I wanted to become and why I wanted to become that. I'm going to take you through some of the files that created the process of the creation of this growth plan, and it's very interesting kind of how my mind worked and put into the creation of this growth plan. This is a small document, but a lot of work went behind the scenes into the creation of this growth plan. So before we kind of dig deeper into that, let me take you through some of the files that I have. So let's start with this document. I call this 2025 Nandy. And I pulled this out because I wanted to show you guys. I created this on November 18th, 2024. This is really important because when I talk about your growth plan requires you taking the time to really think things through, right? You don't just pop up on January 1st to create goals on January 2nd. You really need to be taking the time to really try to understand why you're creating what you're creating. So this document, this right here was when I was writing all of my thoughts. And I even have a journal where I started around October to really think through the year. Q4 is my thinking quarter. And then after I put all of that on paper, in a journal format, I wanted to put it in a PowerPoint because I execute a lot of things on PowerPoint. I like the format of PowerPoint because I can add pictures, emphasis, etc. So 2 days later, I created the PowerPoint document, which I call the reset plan. So this is when I'm resetting myself up for 2025. And then that eventually led to the goals or the growth plan. Let's quickly look into kind of how frame of mind as I was creating this growth plan, right? I'm really calling it the becoming or the personal reinvention of Nandy. And what spurred this on, or the why, was that I wanted to rediscover me. I said that I wanted to be human again. I wanted to live and to enjoy and to reconnect with life. So a little bit of a background. Since college, but worse, after 2024, I became hyper-focused on my career, education, and finances. When you grow up in poverty, somebody like me, this is not true for everyone, but for me, I've always had fear of not having enough money to take care of myself and to take care of my family. So in college, and especially I came of age in college during the crash of 2008. So that really solidified this, like, I don't ever want to find myself in a place where I either lose my job or I don't have the money to take care of myself and my family. So I've been very hyper focused on career, education, and finance. And in the process, I lost me. Right? I used to have a workout routine, a healthy eating habit routine, a grooming routine. All of that was gone. To be really honest, I do not have regrets. I'm not here crying over it. I'm not here, don't cry me a river, right? I'm not here to cry over spilled milk, because I succeeded in all of the things that I set out to achieve, right? For my education, I got 2 master's degrees, and both of those master's degrees helped me to leverage a multi-6-figure salary, all encompassing, right? Pay, bonus, benefits, etc. That to me is a huge accomplishment. I've now reached a place where I am financially stable. Could I make more money? Who doesn't want to make more money? But I can genuinely say that I'm financially stable, and that is a very exciting place to be. When it comes to my finances, throughout these past 5 years, I've learned to become an avid budgeter. I've learned to save and invest. I have a real estate portfolio that's about to be a multi-million-dollar portfolio, and a stock portfolio that's reaching past the 6 figures and soon into the multi-6 figures, right? So those are accomplishments. And the only reason I even bring up these accomplishments is because I'm the type of person who needs to be reminded of the things that I've accomplished, because I'm always hopping from one goal to another without taking the time to sit back and be like, girl, you can relax because you've done a lot. You've accomplished a lot. So now we need to stop, not so much stop, we need to shift our focus towards you. Now is the time to focus on me. Who do I want to become moving forward? And in the past, when I would set a goal, the purpose of the goal was to think through, who do I want to be tomorrow? So instead of becoming that person today, I would be thinking about, who do I want to be tomorrow? That's gone. Now I'm really focusing on, who do I want to be today? Even if that thing is not fully realized, what are the small things that I am doing today to get me there? And for me, I really started thinking about it. I was like, I think I'm ready to become the woman of my dreams. Since I was very young, I saw myself a certain way that I do not represent today, right? In my head, I saw myself as the phenomenal woman. And by phenomenal woman, I really want to be clear to say that this is not your idea of a phenomenal woman. This is not even Maya Angelou's idea of a phenomenal woman. This is Nandy's idea of a phenomenal woman, right? Who is this woman? I wrote down exactly what I wanted this woman to be. And then I was like, well, what's the plan to get her there? Here, exactly how I'm going to get her there, right? The how. So I just kept writing all of my thoughts. And then I came here and I put it in PowerPoint. Why PowerPoint? Because to me, PowerPoint gives me a very different visual from the regular visuals that you get from a Word document. What I was really trying to create here is, right, that level up goal. Because at the end of the day, when it comes to my personal person, not the finance, not the business, and when I show you guys my goals, it will make sense. When it came to me as a person, Nandy, the word that kept coming up is level up, level up, level up, level up. Level up your home, level up my physical health, level up my appearance, level up all of my personal life, right? And the level up here is not some frivolous idea of leveling up, right? Where I'm going and buying Gucci shoes and bags, but it's more about the things that I do. And on here, I have focus on routines first. Things that cost money will come later. And I had to remind myself of that, because when we think level up, we are thinking, how much money can I spend on spas and bags and shoes? We're not there, because at the end of the day, this phenomenal woman's money is also, you know, her money is on point, but that's not really something I brought into my reset of 2025 Nandy, because 2025 Nandy doesn't have a problem being motivated by her money being right. She doesn't have a problem being motivated by her career being right. She does have a problem being motivated by her as a person doing the things that she needs to do to reach that women of her dream reality. So I won't go through this whole PowerPoint. This was just me once again writing everything down and really thinking through in detail what exactly am I doing to level up my personal appearance, to level up my home, etc. So I started thinking deeply into the types of clothes I want to wear, the types of clothes I want to wear. I'm going to be decluttering my whole closet. Hell yes, closet. When I put something on, if I don't go hell yeah, it's not staying in my closet, right? So that's the level of detail that I went through, and I'm going to tell you right now. So for example, I've already started some of this stuff. This is a journey. So for example, I decluttered my whole closet, my whole pantry, and I'm going to insert a picture over here. I completely decluttered my pantry in anticipation to eating healthier and resetting. Like I have here my kitchen shelves. So this is kind of how I'm planning this reset. This is going to take more than 2025. This is 2025 on to 2026. But these were all of the intentions I was setting. This was all working through my head. And eventually this led to the creation of my actual 2025 growth plan. So as I was thinking about all of these different things, the introspection process is important, and I hope that wasn't too long-winded. I just wanted to show you guys the amount of depth and work that goes into creating the intention, the goals, and the systems. A lot of people tell you what to do, but they don't really show it to you. But that's kind of how the sausage is made. And for me, here are my intentions for 2025. Based on all of that work that I did for almost 2 months, for almost a month or a month and a half of processing. My core intentions for 2025 is that in order for me to become the butterfly I want to become, right? It's funny because I was thinking about it and I was like, in order for me to become, I need to shed. Right? I want to be the butterfly. And what is the butterfly theory? Not the butterfly theory. In order for me to become the woman I want to become, I need to shed the old me. I need to shed off that cocoon so that I can really flourish as this beautiful butterfly. Right? So it's the butterfly effect that I'm really going for in 2025. And to keep it pretty simple, I can note my intention into pretty much one word. I need to shed. I need to shed bad debt, negative dollars. I need to shed pounds or weight, and I need to shed things. So for 2025, everything I'm doing is focusing on these 3 things. Period. I need to get rid of bad debt or make a strong dent into it. I need to shed off this weight. I'm not going for skinny here. No, I love my curves, but I have a little bit too much of them, and they're starting to impact my energy level. And anything comes in the way of me achieving my goals, we need to have a conversations of how we are going to fix that. So for me, that's the thing. Shedding pounds, and I don't need to become skinny. I just need to have that boost in energy, and I need to look better in my clothes. I was looking at my closet, lots of clothes. None of them is hell yeah. Even though when I bought them, they were hell yeah. Now they no longer are because I've gained too much weight. And at first I was thinking, well, when I level up, I need better clothes, so I need to go. No, we are not buying. I stopped myself before the thought even went there. So the way this kind of feeds into that level up thing is that, yeah, the woman in your dreams look good in her clothes, but she's not going to do it by spending more money on clothes when you have clothes in your closet. We're not doing that. Right? So we are going to have to reduce the fat in the belly, in the thigh, in the arms, so that we can look better in the clothes that we have. Okay? And the last, but definitely in our list, are things. When I think about the woman in my dreams, she comes home to a home that's put together. And I don't care how good you are at cleaning, but when you have clutter everywhere, I don't care how good you are, your house will always look messy. So I started before even 2025, right? I am becoming that which I am professing. I'm not waiting to be this to do that. No, I'm starting today. I moved into a new house about a month ago, and I already started shedding things. Started with the kitchen. Next, I'm going to go into my office, and then of course the creme de la creme, most likely in Q2. I'm also taking it slowly. We're not jumping into this. I will move into now starting to declutter my closet and all of my beauty stuff. So these are my intention. Now let's look at my goals and kind of like the systems that I'm putting in place to accomplish these goals. And for my goals, even though I have my yearly goals or my yearly intentions of the things that I want to achieve, I'm going to be seeing through each goal on a quarterly basis. So yearly goal focus will be in 3 different sections. We're going to be looking at finance, business, and personal. Right? Finance, this is really the main focus is debt. I have been investing in real estate, and every year I invest in real estate, I find myself overspending. Not so much, I shouldn't say overspending. Right? If you've been in the real estate game, it's just money. There's nowhere around it. Whether you buy your own personal property or you buy your property that you're trying to monetize, you would incur a lot of cost. It's capital for starting a business. And for me, I bought a farm that had 2 homes on it, 3 different extra structures, and I converted it into an Airbnb. And the cost was a lot bigger than I thought because things have just changed, you guys. Things cost you more. What would have cost you $20,000 before, now is costing you $35,000, even $40,000. So for me, I incurred quite a bit of credit card debt. And not only did I buy this farm, I also moved 3 times. Yes, 3 times. That's a whole nother story in and of itself. I might make a video about the whole 2024 messy year, but for 2025 finances, we're getting back into our weekly budgeting. We're doing a no spend year, and we're paying down credit cards. However, none of this is going to be like, this is yearly, I'm doing this. Every quarter, I will be reassessing my goals and shifting where I need to. And then business is really important. I right now on paper look like I have a lot of money, but in reality, a lot of my income is still, a lot of my wealth is still tied to an asset. So for example, for real estate, even though I have quite a bit of real estate money coming in, right? I'm very close to like that 150 mark in rental income. None of it goes towards expenses, right? Whether it's paying for a property manager, paying for contractors, paying for the mortgage, paying for fixes here and there. And I want to move into building a business that doesn't rely on that liability, so that instead of me taking 20% and the business taking 80%, I would take 80% and the business would take 20%. So, and I know what my passion is. I've always loved everything money. I mean, I've loved money, making money, talking about money. So it only makes sense for me to build a business around what I love the most. And I'll be going through that process and sharing that journey here with you guys. And then of course, the third part of my goal focus is going to be the personal side. Everything I just talked about, all of the introspection that I did, is to take me to becoming that woman of my dreams, right? So we're going to be setting fitness goal, home care goal, and self-care goals. These are really places where I've struggled because I was such a busybody, right? When you have a job that requires you to be in 20 different states in a year, and then you're running a business, and from real estate to etc., and then you have school, it's just too much. But this year I'm actually going to be putting in place systems, from hiring people to holding myself accountable for my home care and my self-care. Before I come back to goals, here are kind of like the systems that I'll be putting in place. For my filming setup, I'm already setting up a system here. I segregated a room, one of the spare bedrooms, into my filming studio so that I don't have to set things up, right? And I'm still going to be creating now systems for posting online, systems for YouTube video editing. So a lot of my filming systems will be coming into place. For nutrition, intermittent fasting. To me, that is going to be one of the best tool and system that I'm going to be using to be able to shed the pound. And in order to shed things, minimalism, I'm really working on. I'm learning more about minimalism. I'm practicing the art of not just consuming less things, but also holding on to less things. And that's leading into these 3 goals that I have for 2025 Q1. So when it comes to my finance, I am going to be paying 3 credit cards to a 0 balance by the end of March 2025. That is more than doable. And the way that I'm going to be doing that, the systems or the processes for me achieving that, is that I'm going to have the no spend year. This is where the no spend year is going to come from. I will not be spending on clothes, entertainment, eating out, decor. If something is absolutely not a necessity, I'm not going to spend money on it. Groceries, I will be capping my groceries to $100 per month. Maximum $200. Hear me out. The reason why this is possible is because of intermittent fasting. Through intermittent fasting, I'm reducing how much food I consume, therefore also reducing how much I have to go to the grocery store. Right? I'm now going on my 2nd week of doing it. I've done it in the past very successfully. And what I like about this is that there's less cleaning that I have to do. There's less time in the kitchen cooking, more time building my business, but there's also less money that I'm spending. My business goal is to grow my Facebook group to 200 people. So I have the link down below. If you want to support me with that, please go ahead and click on that, join the community. We are a community of women who love our 9 to 5, but are leveraging that 9 to 5 to build businesses for ourselves. I've kind of become the anti-quitting movement. I've kind of started the anti-quitting movement, right? Where instead of quitting, we're leveraging our 9 to 5s. In my videos, I am very intentionally open for a reason, because too many videos are vague, but they don't show you the behind the scenes. Like, I just took you through how I processed my trauma and all of the challenges that I went through in this video. So that's the depth of detail that I'm hoping to give you guys. So I'm creating a few lead magnets that would be beneficial to other women in my position. I want to learn how to manage my money. I want to learn how to pay off debt, and I want to learn how to invest, right? So those lead magnets are coming up, and I'm also going to be posting more talking head videos. Up to this point, my channel has primarily been about my budgeting journey, but I also want to impart a lot of knowledge and education to you guys. So I'll be creating more of those videos, and I'll be more intentional in creating videos specifically for Facebook. My 3rd goal focus is to lose 25 pounds. I think it's doable for me to lose 25 pounds in 3 months. That is more than doable. And the way that I'm going to accomplish that is by keeping my numbers in front of my face, right? What doesn't get measured is easily forgotten. So I'm going to continue intermittent fasting. My goal is to very much stick to 16/8 every single day. I'm going on week 2 and I'm doing pretty good. And I'm also going to weigh myself on a weekly basis, right? So that I'm really tracking how well I'm progressing towards my goal and tweaking what I eat, adding some walking into that. I didn't want to include that specifically into this because I want to just really keep my goals high level and easily accomplishable, right? And if I do more, I do more. In Q2 is where you're really going to see this flip from me focusing so much on finance, business, and more into the personal side, right? I really wanted to take it quarter by quarter, because I think that the reason why most of us fail in our goals is because we're not thinking about the next quarter. For me, step by step, quarter by quarter is how I believe that I am going to win. So thank you guys so much. That was an overview of my personal growth plan. If you're interested in creating your own growth plan, please join us in the group. I'm going to be sharing like a quick little blueprint on how you can create your own growth plan. If you need accountability, please join us in the group, because we will help you become more accountable in your goals. We can support one another so that these goals, we are not the statistics that by by Valentine's Day, right, we're done with our goals. So I know that we can achieve that. Thank you for joining me in this video. I will see you in the next one. Bye, darling.